Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafting with Jeanine. Today I'm going to show you how I like to make this super cute wreath clippy set. Got Christmas right around the corner coming up, so I really love these. I think they're like super cute and I like to make them as a clippy set. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need 2 pieces of 1/8 inch wide or 3mm wide ribbon. You can do this in either a grosgrain or a satin. Satin kind of gives that little shine and looks better, but grosgrain works just as well. But it does need to be this really thin, narrow ribbon. So you're going to need 2 pieces. So what you're going to do is you're going to, on each one, you're going to take one end and you're going to fold it over like this, and you're going to create a loop. You want a loop big enough to feed this width, the 1/8 inch width through it, but not so big that it's a super big loop, because when you get started, we'll show you. So then once you get your loop made, you're just going to put a little bit of glue right there at the end, and you're going to give it a pinch so that you have a loop like that. So you're going to do that on both pieces of your ribbon. So we're just going through and making my loop. And let me put a little bit of glue right there. And then we give it a pinch. So we have that. So then what we're going to do is you take, now that you've got your 2 loops, you're going to take one loop and feed it through the other one, just like that. And getting started is always the tricky part. But once you get it started and you get going, it just goes really smoothly. But so we're going to take this side, and we're going to feed it up through that one. Like I said, getting started is the tricky part. So you're going to feed up through so you look like this. And then you're going to pull this side. You're going to pull that tight. And you're going to pull up from the back. And you're going to pull tight. And there you have that. And then you take this side and you do the same thing. You're going to fold over just like this and feed it up. And then you're going to pull tight. The beginning part of it will look a little funky at first, but once you get going, it starts to form the wreath, and then it doesn't matter how funky it looks because we're going to cover it up with a bow anyway. So I'm just going through and just forming this, and I'm just feeding through, and then I pull tight. You don't want these loops super big. You want them big enough so you can feed through, but you don't want it too big of a loop afterwards. So I just pull and then pull this one tight, and I pull from the back side of that one. And I pull it tight. You want to pull tight as you go along. So we're just feeding them up. And just like that. I do have 2 other videos for this. It's a military braid style is what it's called. And I have 2 other videos for this. One is a bun wrap, and the other one's for a headband. And they're made with 3/8 inch wide ribbon, and they're a little bit easier to work with. I will link those videos below just so you can get a better idea of the military braid if you're having a hard time. But we're just doing this, and we're just feeding. Just like that. And going through. That's it. And then when my loop gets a little bit big like that, I just pull it and shrink it down some. And then we go up and we pull. So I'm going to do this a few more times just to show you. And then I'm going to pause the video, finish it off, and then come back and show you how to finish it off, because it will take a minute to fully do this whole thing, because you're going for about a 4.5 to 5 inch long military braid piece. So just going through, and like I said, I pull the back side to make that one side tight, and then I pull this one to tighten up that side, so that you're getting this whole look in front of you. I'm just going through. And we're pulling tight as we go along. See, like I said, once you got it started and you're going, everything goes a little bit smoother. It's just really tricky to get it started. So there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and I'm going to finish this wreath, and then I'll finish just going along, and then I'll show you how we finish off the wreath. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm back, and now that we've got our about 5-inch long braid, what we're going to do from here is, now that you've got this piece, is you're going to want to take this loop here and just pull this piece all the way back through. So it's like this. And then what I do is I fold this backward like that, and then I take my glue gun and with this detailed tip, and I kind of wedge it in there, and I give a little burst of glue in there, and then I just kind of pinch it down, and then once I've got that, then I snip off right here, and of course always seal the end. And then this one on the back side, I take a small amount of glue right here, and I fold that one over and give it a pinch, and then I snip and I seal, and then we give a pinch. So now we have that. So now that we're there, see, our ends don't look so pretty, but we're going to take our ends and we're just going to put them over top. So right about here, I'm going to take a little bit of glue. I'm going to put it like that. And then I'm just going to pinch them together. And then I'm going to just push it down on my table to flatten it out. So we have that. So then the next thing I do for my bow here is I have a piece of 4-inch, 7/8 inch wide ribbon, cut to 4 inches long. And then I'm going to fold it in half. With my iron, I'm going to give it a crease. Just like that. And then, just like I would do any type of pinch bow, I'm just going to fold up and then fold down. Just like this. And then I'm coming in from the back for this one, and I'm going right here on the edge, and I'm going in, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Right along that middle. And then I just push my needle through. Give it a tight. Make sure I am in the middle. And then as I'm holding that pinch together, I'm going to take my needle and push it right back through to give it a nice tight secure. And then for good measure, I'm going to take it and I'm going to come over. I'm not going to wrap it all the way around. I'm going to go back through like this. And then pull it. And so we have a nice tight center. And then I'm just going to tie it off back here real quick. Yep, that did not. Just like that. And then what I like to do with these ones, because they're so tiny in the middle, it's hard to keep it, is I'll take my wood burner. With this upholstery thread, you can actually do that because it almost kind of like melts the ends of the thread, kind of like you're melting ribbon. And I will just carefully just clean up before I wrap the center around. And for that, I'm using 1/8 inch wide ribbon as well for this one. So like true fashion, I'm just going to go here. But instead of like other times in my other videos where I do a double wrap on the center, this one I'm only going to go around once because it is such a petite little bow. I'm just going to go around Just the once, and then I'm going to hold it. Snip, seal, and glue, like always. Just like that. And then right up here where we connected the two parts is where I'm going to glue it. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. And then I'm going to put my bow. So now I have my bow. Now you can leave it like this or you can do whatever. I have these little jemmies. I don't know their exact size because when I got them, I got a big bin of random different sizes. And these ones I kind of like the best, and I like to do 4 of them. So what I'll do is these little tweezer things, I love them the best too, is I'll just pick it up because it holds them. And then I will put a small amount of glue right here on the back, not so much that it oozes out the sides. And here on one side, I will put one. And then I will pick up another one. And do the same thing. And I'm going to try to get them right across from each other. Just kind of something I like to do. I'm a weird perfectionist like that. Then one down here. Just like that. If you guys see me run my glue gun around in a circle like that, the reason why I do that is because it helps eliminate the strings that come off. So if you just kind of just give it a little twist as you're going through, it kind of stops the strings. So now that we have that, and what I like to do for these clippy sets is I like to make my clips go opposite directions. So that when you're putting it in their hair, they kind of go the same way. So since this one I've got the pinch part going this way, this one I'm going to make the pinch part going that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue, not a whole lot, because you don't want it like over oozing right there. And then I just take the bow part, and I just put it right on the clip right there. So that we have this super cute, little cute wreath clippy set. I think they're so adorable. I love them. So that's the clippy set. And then the other thing I like to do with them is I'll make the braid. And then I will make it roughly about, 4 inches long. Give or take a little bit. And I will take a bottle cap and I'll put my image on it. And then I'll do it so that the wreath kind of overlays the bottle cap. So what I'll do is I'll just flip the wreath over. And right about the middle of it, you just take it and you put a nice, relatively thin line. And with these, my glue gun tends to one squeeze of the trigger gives you enough glue. So then I'll take that and I'll center it on there. And I will just push it down. Like that. And then for this little bow here, I've got 5/8 inch wide ribbon or 16 millimeter. And I'm just going to do the same type of pinch bow. Just on a smaller ribbon. So all we're going to do is we're just going to make the little pinch bow. Smaller ones are harder to keep in place than the bigger ones are. So then we just come through and we do the same thing. And we're going to do 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we give a nice squeeze. Make sure we're in the middle. Cut as much of the excess off as you can. And then we're just going to run our needle back through again. Just like that. we have a relatively even bow. And then come back around. If I can get my needle to go through. It's not cooperating with me at the moment. There we go. And then we just pull even tighter, and then we give it a quick tie off. So just like that. And then once again, we're going to use 5/8 or 1/8 inch wide ribbon to wrap around our center to neaten off our center. I'm just going to clean up that edge a little bit. So we're just going to take a little bit of glue. And I'm only going to go around once. Just like this. And I didn't put enough glue. Or something. Let's try that again. You want enough glue so that it'll hold, but not so much glue that it's oozing everywhere. Finding that fine line between it all. Okay. And we just snip, seal, and glue. Just like that. And then I put a little bit of glue. And then just put it right up here at the top. And there we have it. Super cute little wreath. These you can even just put right on a clippy if you did like two like I just did. You can put those right on a clip and do them as a set, or you can use them as the center of a bow for a twisted boutique bow, a pinwheel bow, anything. Anything you would put a bottle cap on, you can do those, or you can leave them just as is. You can make them into pins. These can also be made into like little pins. So instead of putting it on a clip, you'd put it on a pin back. Super cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to hit a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that bell icon, and then you'll know every time I upload a new video. And like I said, measurements will be in the description below. I will link my Clippy video and the other military braid videos for you guys. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit thumbs up, and as always, happy crafting!